All right. Yes, Star Trek. It's it's a pretty good show. So we're doing the season 3 finale of Discovery. We're gonna save the galaxy as we do, and then we're gonna do the first two episodes of season 4 where the galaxy is immediately gonna be in jeopardy again and it's gonna need to be saved again. So that should be good. Don't worry, we're gonna save it from that thread too. We're gonna keep saving it. It's gonna be saved, and then in danger, and then saved. Should be good. Yeah, what happens in this episode? I think we get the fist fight in the elevator and in the turbolift shaft. Do we vent the atmosphere again? I don't remember a lot from this episode. I mean, I know it's about the like retaking Discovery, and we have to get Sukhal off the planet, the dilithium planet. Like all the details. Yeah, I've kind of just forgotten. Also, it's going to be a quiet day today, good and quiet, because, a lot of the other people who join are British and they just had their time change. It'd be really nice if time changes were synchronized across countries. That'd be great, but they're not. Oh well, it is what it is. So anyway, how about that weather? It exists. Weather's pretty cool. You know what? If we don't have the British people, we can. Mark, how is the weather? It's gonna be. We're gonna be leaning on Mark today.
Ah, we are covered in a blanket of white, such as whales beneath the sea. Reminds me of the frosty atmospheres of Andoria, a sight to empty one's snuff box in amazement indeed.
What's a snuff box? Hang on, I need to Google. What is a snuff box? Shiny brass 18th century reenactment. What's a snuff box? It contains snuff, a mixture of ground tobacco and scented oils. Do you smoke it? Before inhaling via the nose. You snort it? I don't know. Look, Mark, it's probably bad for your health. Just don't do that. But he's also lying. There is not a blanket of white. It's wait, what season is it? It's autumn, right? Yes. But then I wouldn't really know. We don't really do snow. Snow's not a thing. It doesn't exist. And I'm just killing time until the timer counts down. How about that StarCraft? I was playing it for the first little bit on stream, but I didn't actually finish that campaign. Maybe I should go back to it. It's a good game. I mean, it's not like I'm leaving the game totally unfinished. I've beaten Legacy of the Void several times, in fact. But I should finish this specific playthrough as well. Anyway, how's it going? Oh yeah, what actually happens in the first couple episodes of season 4? The only thing I remember is eating a planet. I don't remember any of the context. Do we like make friends with Book's brother again, visiting family, so it's extra tragic? I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. What I do have a clear memory of is Lower Decks Season 5, Episodes 1 and 2, because those just came out, and they're pretty good. If you haven't watched Lower Decks, you should go watch Lower Decks. It's a good show. Lower Decks is... When they were first announcing like 5 Star Trek shows in a row a few years ago, it's like, oh, we're going to do this show, it's like a prequel to the original series called Discovery. We're going to do an animated show, and we're going to do a Section 31. They listed off like 4 or 5 different shows that they were going to do. Star Wars did the same thing as well. And Lower Decks, when I was looking at this, I was like, I'm probably not going to really like that one, but we'll give it a shot. Also, press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Lower Decks, I really thought I wasn't gonna like. I was like, oh, it's just gonna be like a Rick and Morty thing. It's like I don't really care. But I mean, just for the sake of completion, I'll watch it. And then it turned out to be incredible. The first couple episodes of Lower Decks didn't convince me, but it got me on board real fast. Way faster than say TNG season one did, for sure. Also, I should blur the screen. Oh yeah, the holodeck demon. Always a good thing to incorporate into your programs. Every good children's story needs a horror element. We were taught that by the Germans. Again, still really nice to see Doug Jones out of the makeup, out of the prosthetics. He's a pretty cool guy. He caused the burn? Oh yeah, we they freaked out because certain people stayed behind. Right. Okay, thank you for the recap show. I didn't remember all of this. Still don't know why she had to put the medication in her mouth to hold, why she couldn't just hold it, but whatever. That's fine. One thing I really like about Osira is this comes up whenever there's an evil faction that I really appreciate it when villains are pragmatic. And Osira is. I mean, she's still out for her own interest. She's not willing to, like, go to prison to achieve her end goal. But, like, she was being sincere in her desire to work together to create a stronger, unified slaver empire. I don't think she will be. I think it'll work out. Oh, yeah, the sentient dots. Don't prepare to fire. Just fire. Just destroy it. Blow it up. We don't need it. Okay, we probably need it. Maybe we don't fire. I still really like the Gormaganders. You know who else would love Gormaganders? Hey, Mark, I know you love whales. How do you feel about Gormaganders? So this is really loud for me.
Ah, Gormaganders, the space
Sound
leviathans,
balancing
a
feels a little
sight
off in
so
this
full of
episode.
wonder they could fill the void within Vulcan hearts. A captivating spectacle known to Starfleet like a humpback is to old Earth mariners.
See, Mark loves Gormaganders. Some seaweed? As much as I do really like seeing Doug Jones out of the makeup here, it feels weird hearing his voice coming out of that face. It's so. Is uncanny the right word? Because I associate him as an alien man. The makeup's pretty good though. You can see it's supposed to be like the burns are. What species are you? Are you the Poe species? Yeah, she's one of the Poe people. But the makeup, yeah, it's supposed to be like digging into their skin, and I think they achieved that really well. Like if you're paying attention, you can see that they like added flesh covered lumps around the edges so that there's some depth there. It's not like digging into their face, because of course not, but it's really well done. It's well executed. Who are you talking to? Wait, wait, what? They can. Okay, this I very much did not remember that they can see the spooky ghosts. Okay, that's good confirmation that this isn't just Adira like going crazy. Gray is an actual person who actually exists. So, but that means we can give Gray a body in general, right? Because like this holodeck isn't going to be any more advanced than the other holodecks on like current Earth. This is an old ship. We can give Gray a body while we work on the robot bit. Also, is Discovery winning? Oh, okay. They're not firing on Discovery yet. Those are see. That's one of the downsides of beam weapons. It's hard to tell who's firing on who because the whole beam just suddenly appears at once. Because okay, this is going more how I expected. How everyone starts firing in Discovery, and yeah, it's they're instantly losing because it's a ship that's really old. It is still lasting longer than expected though, because there's a lot of ships here shooting Discovery. Ooh, another excellent trope of alien name Earth species, though they changed it a little bit. It's not just an Alorian hawk or whatever it was. It's a sorrow hawk. It's a little bit different. Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure you got time for that. I don't know if you really have time to like genetically modify one of your people to be like part tardigrade. I feel like you're busy. Also interesting that literally everybody in this fight is dual wielding. Dual wielding, of course, comes with a what is it, -8, -6 penalty if you don't take the feat. It's always sketchy. You gotta. Oh yes. Okay, I was correct. I mentioned earlier that I think they turn off the life support, or I think they vent the air, and they do. Yes, good. I wonder. That I don't approve of. That Osiris taking her time. You don't leak out the air slowly. I mean, I assume she's got a plan. She's a very practical person. But if she is trying to kill them, no, just kill them. It's his adoptive child, Vance. One dad to another. He gets it. Are the Vul? Do we wait? Do we need a fleet? They're Osiris literally brought a ship. I guess two if you count Discovery. And like the Federation already has a fleet here. They have way more ships than Osiris does. I appreciate the gesture though, Navarre. I almost said Vulcans. That's not accurate anymore. So what is that on her necklace? It looks like a cast, like a little metal sculpture of a skull. Hmm, I'm not sure we should. Michael, maybe no. Like obviously we all know that look, Michael, where you're going. Oh, I have a plan. Trust me, we'll get Discovery back. But I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't trust the plan. Maybe we should just keep firing with the fleet. Ah, come on, blow them up. Okay, so Osira is actually just planning to kill them, straight up. She. This isn't a negotiating tactic. It's just murder. So just open the vents all the way, lady. Come on. Fully vent the air. I really have no memory of what Michael's plan here is, though. No, it's not one of those things where it's on the tip of my tongue. I just have no idea. It's gone. So, do you guys like tacos? I don't know. I don't know what to talk about during these segments. Let me look up while I'm just waiting around for this sequence to be over. What is going on next week? Discovery Season 4. Choose to Live. So that's going to be something with the Koat Malat. All is possible in the examples. All is possible, no idea. The examples, that's the one with Chile's cadets, I believe. We'll see. There we go. I would really like if these title sequences were just always like at the very end of the show. I know all shows do this, but I would rather they didn't. Oh, he's healed by the kelp because he's a kelpie, and it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Gyrinx, you're not allowed to be here. You're British, kind of. Oh, are they doing? Is Saru being like Worf? Is he gonna adopt Su'Kal and then never mention him again? No, Saru. Saru, you're gonna freak him out. Ooh, that's the very similar graphic to what we're going to be seeing eat a planet next
Yeah, I
episode.
don't think we. I think he pulls a Worf. I don't think we ever hear about him again.
He's a monster. Hey Mark, how many characters in Star Trek pull a Worf where they adopt a family member and then never mention them or speak to them again?
Ah, 'tis true. The unfortunate Dr. McCoy's daughter Joanna comes to mind. She appeared only once, then vanished like a cowboy's coin purse in a poker game.
McCoy had a daughter?
Mhm.
Did he just make that up or is that true? Yeah. No, sorry, that's just how hearts work. Oh, Joanna McCoy was in one episode of the animated series. I'm starting to think Osira might be the villain. That was pretty uncool. Deeply rude of her. Oh, she has actually seen that before. We had the whole episode where people were being tortured to death in front of her, over and over and over again in a time loop. I don't know if that counts though, if she doesn't remember. It's a malfunctioning program. Same. We don't do outside on this stream. You happen to call you broke it. Good job. Oh, Jesus. He knows the way of the voice. He has a very powerful thum. No, they didn't. False. You're lying to him. The warp drives worked fine. Mother. I mean, I guess she did an alright job. I mean, he's alive. He's a little emotionally
Yeah.
stunted in a world of nightmares, but he's alive. Where are you going, bud? Is that the Kaminar door?
Um, am I supposed to be watching it at the same time?
Yes, because I
That's the
can't put
idea.
the show on YouTube. That's
Yeah.
very illegal. but if you match up to the timestamp, it should be good. The visual is just there to help you sync
Yes,
up
it's a watch along.
your video. No, Osira, just kill them now. Osira, don't you have a truth serum? Why do we need the torture?
Not just illegal.
Very illegal.
See, that's something I borrowed from Knights of the Old Republic, from HK47, where he's talking about like regulations for assassin droids, and it's like, yeah, there are more regulations for assassin droids than
that
regular
maximum
droids.
intensity.
Because would you rather have a droid that is very illegal or only a little illegal?
I'm 63. I not know of these things.
Well, you see, computer video games were created in, what was it? When did Pong come out? Was that the 80s?
No, it was in the 70s.
You see, video games were created in 1972, and since then there has
But are
been
you the
some that
Ryan?
are about Star Wars.
Oh.
And within those, some of them have droids. And among the droids, some of them talk. And among the ones who talk, some of them talk about the difference between very illegal and a little illegal. Oh my god, oh, well, we don't have time for your heartwarming backstory. We're in the middle of a coup. Who's this lady?
These
That's
Something
are
about
the
data
droids
cores
droids
and
you are
accessing them
looking
in
for.
person.
Oh, there's an outtake in
SR1.
this scene.
Proceed.
So she's gonna try to stomp on something, but it's gonna get caught in the bottom of her boot, in like the grooves of the boot. It's not gonna work. You see, Michael, that's another thing that's very illegal.
Mhm.
You can't just steal things. Okay, this makes sense in context to her. Okay, good. Because I was not able to make sense of that. I don't think we're supposed to, though. Here, she's gonna
No.
stomp on the badge.
Good.
And they cut away because it got caught in her boot.
Oh.
She like lifts it up for the camera. Everyone breaks.
It's military for midnight.
Ah. Okay, I thought for a second they were gonna do the Enterprise thing where it's just taking cover in a nacelle. But no, they got work to do there.
Last thing. If you are Ryan, thank you for your works. I think I've seen them all.
Thank you. And yes, I am Ryan. Hello, yes, I am Ryan. I make edits.
Say what I have to work as a team.
A team. Teamwork in my Star Trek.
Never.
Ew, collaboration.
It is funny how that computer program translates its own crumbling into crumbling things, but it's fine.
I believe that's called diegetic design. It's and for those who aren't aware of the term, that's like if you have a the clock on your computer looks like an actual analog clock. You make the
Oh
thing
no,
on the
that's something else. Diajack means in universe. I know what you're thinking. What
Dang
you're
it.
thinking about.
Stupid English. What's
They
the
they stopped doing it at one point in Apple. In like one of the iOS versions, they just dropped all of these things. Skeuomorphism.
Oh, I was about to ask Mark, but then I he crashed. Mark is gone. How do I even open up Mark manually? I just have a shortcut that opens all my stream stuff. Where did I put his executable? Now let me open up my batch file to find where I put him.
Batch files. When was the last time I actually wrote a batch file?
Okay, Mark's alive again. He's back. Very convenient that these rescuers showed up right as the program was breaking down completely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great. You can go. You don't even exist. Though that would mean leaving the hollow deck, which surely is just going to phase out of existence right here. It's a good question, Nadira.
Oh, that gives you superpowers for sure.
Of course. He's half Kelpian, half dilithium, of course. It all makes sense now.
Wait, bio and rocks can combine? Does that mean I'm half pyrite?
Yes, that's exactly what that means. Wait, do you
Cool.
want to be Pyrite? Isn't Pyrite the bad one?
Bad one?
The
No.
Fool's Gold?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. All right. So you're one half Jasmine, 1/4 Fool, 1/4 Gold.
Mhm.
Naturally occurring iron sulfide mineral. Yeah, it looks all right. I like how angular pyrite is.
You can also get it as a same chemical formula as marcasite with a starburst crystalline formation.
With whatites? Pyrite and...
It's the same exact formula, but it's a different crystalline structure, and it's called a different mineral, even though it's the same material. One is iron
And
pyrite, and the other one is called marcasite. And there's also different versions of pyrite. There's like chalcopyrite, which is kind of rainbow looking,
Fascinating.
and there's arsenopyrite, which actually has arsenic in it.
Not so great. That feels like a bad
and
pyrite.
I'm still mad that they made this the answer to what caused the burn. Like,
Yeah, this is bad.
if you can't if you can't and I don't have a good answer to your big mystery. Don't answer it yet.
Or maybe come up with the answer to the big mystery before you start filming.
Right. I mean, not everyone does that. That could work out all right, just going by the seat of the pants. But
I guess.
it could at
It's
least kept the
risky.
storyline going for another
Risky
season.
at best.
It is risky. It's true. And then maybe they think of something better next season.
It's also risky if you think about it to write a story that's dependent on the actors being there. So then you're faced with a terrible choice if an actor leaves to replace them, like the Doctor, and write it into the story somehow, or just do it and ignore the fact that you changed actors.
Yeah, I think you could. I don't know. I think it's all right.
I think if
Just
we have the
switch
sudden
actors if you need
departure of an
to.
actor, we should do the Dungeons and Dragons thing where, like, if we lost Tilly, then we would replace her with her sister Millie with the exact same qualifications.
Right.
Like on Beer
I mean, they
Fest.
actually did that in
Deep Space Nine, kind of.
yeah, well, even more literally in Sliders, right? Turns out he's
I
their
wouldn't know.
brother.
Oh, Mallory Quinn. Yeah.
Show, we know they're not gonna die. Come on.
Yeah, they're not
Owo's
important
gonna
enough
be
to
fine.
die in a finale. If the episode had opened on her in a solo scene, then she'd be marked for death. But in the finale, only
I mean,
important characters die, and only occasionally.
Owo did get a moment of explaining her wholesome backstory, which could indicate a pending death,
Mm,
but I don't think it was
not
long
near as
and
strong a
tragic
signal
enough.
as yeah. Opening the character on a solo scene is a much more strong signal.
Yeah.
Like that is a character is not necessarily going to die, but like is going to be
It's here.
in mortal danger. Oh God.
We're back. We found the corridors. So I read some random person online, so not an authoritative source, say that this was supposed to be like the interior of some alien ship and then it got changed to Discovery later, which is why it doesn't make sense.
Ah, that would make sense.
Looks more like an alien city, really.
It's so it's so ludicrous. It just makes no sense. Why?
Well, you see, it's a polyprism or whatever it is. The ship is a polychromate. I don't know. Whatever Sukhal was. And so because it
Right.
spent so much time in space, it became space itself. So that's why there's so much wide
Oh,
open out
gotcha.
here. Look, I like Discovery. This episode's a little sketch.
Yeah, no
And the
kidding.
last one.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, it would be people take this too far and say it's the reason it's a bad show or whatever. But no, the silly like turbo lift dimension is not. It does not
It's
make
not a
or
deal
break the goodness of
breaker.
the show. Yeah, but it is cringe.
This also very much looks like the interior of an alien ship. This doesn't really look like Federation tech. Or is this Osiris ship? No, this is Discovery.
Yeah, there's still yeah. It just doesn't look like Discovery at all.
I'm
I
going to
very much
assume that
believe that
random person online
theory,
is correct.
that this wasn't, yeah, that they changed the story too late.
You know what? Hang on. Hey, Mark, at the end of Discovery Season 3, in the scenes where the turbo lift is moving through the cavernous hallways of the ship, was that originally intended to be an alien ship that later got changed to Discovery? What do you think, Mark?
Ah,
Has
my
Mark
dear
trained on?
friend, 'tis a riddle that I, even with my devotion to that celestial series, must confess eludes me. As murky as the deepest ocean's abyss where humpback whales
Wow.
roam, this conundrum is. Much as I pine to resolve it, I fear the answer must be unearthed by a more intrepid pioneer of Star Trek lore.
Dang it, Mark.
Wow. An AI admitted it didn't know something. Mark the time and
Mark,
date.
just lie to me.
Oh, the stupid dots. I forgot how many things in this episode I was going to hate. Why do I hate the dots?
Well, we haven't gone to the math homework yet. I still don't know what that is about.
Yeah. I looked at it to remind myself when I thought I was going to miss the scream.
Oh, was it?
Which, by the
Was it
way,
just.
yeah,
Yes?
I only hear because it turns out the movie I was going to go see, I can't handle it.
What? Why
Turns out
not?
Terrifier 3 is as difficult to watch as you might think it is. Yeah. So I gave it a shot, but oh man,
Terrifier 3?
yes. Apparently the first two were both like direct to video releases. The third one's going to get some release. That's the it's a very underground horror movie and
An
has this
American
the sense
Christmas
of
supernatural
the sense of
slasher film.
it's has all the good taste and sense of restraint that you would expect from an underground horror movie. But if you're into that sort of thing, yeah, people I was with were having fun. I was enjoying parts of it too, but yeah, it just got to be too much.
But you decided you like this particular episode of Star Trek
We,
more than that movie.
but I like not so much, but I like disliking the parts of this. Like it has some classic things to dislike,
Okay.
like that. The silly turbo lift dimension is that's fun to dislike. I'm enjoying that.
What? You don't like the TARDIS turbo lift?
No, I really don't.
We were discussing a theory where this was originally intended to be an alien ship that got retconned later to Discovery, which is why it looks so completely different.
What do you mean?
Yeah, this room,
Like the
the
sets and
turbo
the.
lift dimension.
Yeah. That it was just supposed
Oh,
to be some alien ship, not Discovery. The
yeah,
wall
and they
that
just
eats you, apparently. Did we just shoot her in the face?
they didn't have
Nice.
budget to do the exterior CGI. They're just like, it's all Discovery now.
It looked like
$8 from
expensive CGI to me.
Are you at Taco Bell again?
I am not. I am on my way back from an authentic Mexican restaurant in my car,
Okay.
not Taco Bell. Um, However, there on my way here, I saw that they had a serious construction project going, and I think it's going to take me a while to get home. Normally, it's like 10 minutes to this place and back, but
Okay, we've been ragging on Discovery. This bit with moving the chips around, that's very classic TNG.
Oh yeah, that's yes.
I, today
And,
is ragging on Discovery
and
Day.
that's a better password than they often have.
I list out.
What is it? What is that voice? What's the male voice here?
Well, you see, all computer AI in Star Trek are born male until Rick Sherman gets a hold of them, and then
Not a single clue what
gives,
you just
gives them
said.
12 for each. Oh, okay. Never mind. It's for the best.
Ooh, is that an old time? That's like a steam valve. What is this?
Wow. Stupid dot.
They're
Stupid dot.
Gyrinx, they're killing
I
it.
hate
What
those
more
things.
do you want?
I hate those
They
things.
literally killed it on screen.
I mean,
Also,
I
O
just,
is supposed to be like petting it there, but it's CG, so she can't.
yeah. I just,
What a twist! They survived. I would have really respected the show if it just ended with Discovery being blown up, everybody dies, and that's it.
mm,
The show's over. It's done.
Just
I want to watch at least one show. Wait, isn't that what The Sopranos did?
The Sopranos ended where
uh,
it just went to black, a black screen.
Yeah, that's what I want one of these shows to be. I want the ship to suddenly be destroyed, everyone dies, and it just cuts to black, and then it's like 20 more minutes of just black silence. If not, we can beam back some corpses.
Gotta save that energy, man. You don't beam back the corpses, just beam them straight into the matter reserves.
Yeah.
You don't need to rematerialize them.
Oh, he woke up. He's done with his nap. Also, this is a very bad plan for Michael. It relies on the warp core ejection system doing literally anything. You can't do that. It doesn't work. We know this. Wait, who is Book gonna connect with? Oh, is Book gonna empath the spores? I was sort of talking over the explanation.
hey, Voyager J.
How did Voyager get through so many letters?
It's been, what,
It's
7
been
centuries?
Yeah. What do you mean? How did it get through so few letters?
Yeah.
Have you seen the rate at which Starfleet ships explode?
I feel like the original Enterprise had a really long run, and then every Enterprise after that got destroyed really quickly.
Oh, this is another case where I've been ruined by the good place. Because now, whenever someone says leap of faith, I go, well, actually, it's more properly translated as a leap into faith.
Why
Stupid
is that?
philosophy show. Because it's a philosophy show, and people keep
It's so
saying that.
good. It's so good.
The secondary main character is a huge nerd. That's why.
All I knew about the show going in was like when I seen the trailer, and then someone told me that I reminded them of the black guy from The Good Place.
Okay.
Uh,
Was that their
which,
exact words, or did you forget his name?
yeah, no, it was exactly that. You remind me of the black guy from The Good Place. And I was like, really? That's not a sentence that I would expect to hear. But I watched. I was like, no, I am this guy. It's absolutely true.
Chidi Anna Kendrick.
The only thing I know about it is the time knife.
Yeah, the
It's
time
so
knife. We've
good.
all seen it.
It's such a good show.
Do you remember the scene in Deep Space Nine where Chief O'Brien and Bashir's going like, I mean, I know you love your wife, but maybe you like me a bit more. Look, I love Star Trek. It's just maybe I like The Good Place a bit more.
Because it is, yeah, it was such a good show.
Are you doing a Julian and O'Brien bit?
Yes,
Hmm.
but I love Star Trek. Oh, it turns out Kelpian sounds kind of like Klingon. Bye, Gray. That was a pretty decent transition, though. It looked a lot better of a transition than what like TNG did, where you could very clearly tell which actor was real and which were just green screen, so they can fade out in a couple seconds.
Singing?
Yeah, is that command specific enough for the computer?
Like, computers deal with some pretty vague instructions on the show all the time.
Okay,
Mark,
how about
show me what
computer?
I
Can you
saw
please
here
show
so
me
I
my
can feel
trauma
free.
again? Yeah, show me my trauma again so I can be re-traumatized.
All right, let's see what Mark does with those instructions.
As mysterious and deep as the songs of the humpback, your inquiry, my compatriot, methinks you'd benefit from adopting the helmsman's stance, steering
Yes?
your gaze back to the scene of your conundrum. Set your sights on your own replay of events to shape your destiny, just as the sea shapes a mighty whale.
Mark, that doesn't make sense. Is this hologram of the polyprion about to cause another burn? Or is that... No, okay. I do like that the mom's, like, shriveled husk is still on the ground. So, some good attention to detail. Oh yeah, Saru looks like a Kelpian, therefore we can't show him, because it has to be a surprise for Sukal. Bye, Doug. He's real. So did we establish that like Sukal is immune to the radiation because he's half dilithium?
Is he immune to it because he was raised in it?
Which, to be fair, is how Star Trek works. That happens a lot. Jarings, what is that sound in your coming through your mic?
Oh, probably some lounge music. Still at the theater where I tried to watch the movie and
What?
found myself unable to finish watching it.
Okay. So the warp core ejection did work here. It was a little sketchy how it was banging up against the walls, but it worked better than TNG era ships. See, this is where I want it to just explode and then it cuts to black. And the show's over. And it's done. They're dead. We fixed it.
All the ships in TNG were built with faulty warp core ejections. The contractor bid too low, and they figured, well, if it ever fails, there'll be no evidence of it.
What are they going to do? Sue us? Who's going to be left to do it?
Right. They won't even be able to determine that it was a failure of the ejection system because it'll be vaporized in the explosion. So it's a perfect time.
But the use
Let me
of a
tell you
bidding
a little
system
bit
there
about
implies that they
automotive
like
recall.
contracted out to the Ferengi.
Let me tell you a little bit about automotive recalls, how that works. The cost of the recall is less than the projected cost of the wrongful death settlements. They don't do a recall. Or did I say it the wrong way around? The cost of the wrongful death settlements is less than the cost of the recall. They don't do the recall.
Yeah. And this is why once a week we escape to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Hey! Although,
Unless you're in the Ferengi Union Empire, whatever
seems
they have.
pretty capitalist. If this was more realistic, all the starships would have sponsor stickers all over them. Your holodeck
Do you
program
have to
would have
watch an
ads
ad before the shields come up?
Yeah, you have ads injected into your holodeck program. Like, come on!
I mean, Quark probably does do that. Run ads on the holosuite.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past Quark.
Quark would have to serve a very specific set of ads. The holosuites are only used for two things, and one of them is the Battle of Britain. There's not a lot of mass market stuff you can do there.
Sluggo Cola, the slimiest cola in the galaxy.
Oh, God.
There you go, Sluggo Cola. Is it a cola though? Where did the
It's-
Ferengi get the cola bean?
I don't know what it's. I think it's just a cup of, like, the slime that snails leave behind as they move.
I don't think I would want to drink a slimy beverage.
Yeah, well, you're not a Ferengi. You probably wouldn't eat tube grubs either.
In a survival emergency, possibly.
What if they were prepared by Papa Cisco in his Creole kitchen?
Did he chew them himself?
He's not a female.
But he cooks.
I think we're coming up on the math homework speech.
Okay, they're rebuilding the dots. They died, but they're coming back.
Ugh. I don't think we see as much of them in the fourth and fifth seasons, though.
I have a baseball cap that needs to be cleaned. I bought a Tupperware
That's right. I
container
remember
at
they
the
do show
dollar
up in the
store.
4th season.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the hat in the Tupperware container with detergent and water and let it soak.
Wait,
And
look, that left side moon, that's just our moon. They're cheating.
Does anyone here know if the series ever explained how the
No.
Trill were able to transport after the first episode with the Trill, and it was like such a big deal that he couldn't use a transporter?
I stand by
it
my
works very
original
well.
answer. No, they did not explain. They pretended that episode never happened.
I got you.
Oh.
Oh, this guy.
Just like everything else in Star Trek that doesn't quite work, they just pretend it does. It does. They never re-explain it.
What up, Lieutenant Saya? Long time no see.
What was his name? Udan? Something like that?
I think it was I think it was udon. I think it was a noodle.
I'm gonna
Udon
miss it.
noodle?
Oh, see you guys. Math
Okay.
homework speaking sucks. You should have a better explanation for why your character is great than that they make their own way, because every main character does that. Anyway, next week.
I'm
Hey,
the
what's
guy
up?
in the middle.
Yeah. Say again? Oh boy. I could not deal with no, I definitely the anticipation that was the worst thing. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not sure if he's still talking to us.
like and the liquid nitrogen K coming out. That was gone. That's one, and then second one, I'm guessing the toys didn't actually explode or anything. I was mentioned they would. We already know that kid, so it's not my favorite game. I was like,
I can't understand enough of Giants' conversation to snoop. It's too.
with the kids before, like that's apparently where the line is, but
It's very hard to say like the day boss.
yeah, and it was just
Next one seems like it's gonna go.
No, but like the scenes where like
Gyrinx, we can still hear you.
oh wow.
so, that's yeah, it's a warning.
I was just gonna go like stop. The next one's gonna be not
Okay, I muted Gyrinx because I don't think he knows he didn't mute himself. But so yes. Refused to use numbers to do math homework, and that's why they're very special. They used pictures. Finding their own way. How does that work? I can't think of any way you could do math homework using pictures. Also, why is this a low frame rate for this reaction shot?
Because someone remembers Empire Strikes Back, and they wanted to give it that feeling, like in the cave.
If you say so. I think they just didn't film a long enough shot for what they wanted.
Oh, and they just stretch it out.
They just slowed it down.
Cut the frame rate in half.
We need another few seconds.
That's never happened before.
Never.
So I don't know anybody here if anybody here watches Red Letter Media, but one of the tropes that they invented was called shooting the rodeo, and basically I guess they were watching like a bad low budget movie, and for no apparent reason there's just like half hour of a rodeo inserted inside of it, and they're like, oh, they were filming this movie and there was a rodeo in town, so they filmed the rodeo and they just stuck it into the movie for no apparent reason, just to pad the runtime.
It's free real estate.
And so they call, whenever something is padding the runtime with baloney, they say it's shooting the rodeo.
Also, these are the uniforms they don't work. They're bad uniforms.
Why don't they work?
It's You couldn't really tell in that shot, but they're very baggy. They do not fit her at all. She looks like a Romulan when she's wearing it.
Oh, she looks like Counselor Troy when she was cosplaying Romulan. And she was in Rom face.
In a very real sense, we're all aliens on a strange planet. We spend most of our lives reaching out and trying to communicate. If during our whole lifetime we could reach out and really communicate with just two people, we're indeed very fortunate. Well, we don't have the magic mind powers that like Book and Troy do, Gene. All right. So,
In a very real sense, I am an alien. That's it. That's all there is.
okay, congrats. So, next episode is Kobayashi Maru, which I don't know if it has anything to do with the Kobayashi Maru.
None whatsoever. Is it just a no-win
Like,
scenario?
Are they going to put Adira through Kobayashi? Do they still use that? I don't know. Let's see if Gyrinx is still just having a conversation with people in the theater.
So.
Yes, he is.
How is there even still a Starfleet? Like, Starfleet was Earth's space navy, period.
Yeah.
And Earth was part of the Federation. If the Earth is no longer part of the Federation, Starfleet is no longer part of the Federation.
1, play. But so the Federation is no longer includes Earth, but the Federation held on to the trademark rights.
They got Starfleet in the divorce.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it works like that.
I think it does work like that.
I think it works like that
What's Earth
because
going to do? Sue them for their zero money?
Yeah, they found it.
Bad robot doesn't know what they're doing. That's the problem. Bad robot meets the criteria of the first part of their name. Bad.
Maybe you're a bad robot.
Maybe
you're just the corpse
of
a robot.
Yep.
It's like how.
Yes, thank you for reminding us of the stream. The best thing. Okay. I don't know that we really even needed a recap of this. This isn't relevant to season 4. Why do we care? You really like seeing Quajon? You like being there? Cool. I'm glad you like Quajon so much. We're gonna build a house there. We're gonna retire. It's gonna be a lovely life down there on Quajon.
Yep. Mr. Ryan, have you had Chick-fil-A?
No.
No?
No, never have. I don't think I have a Chick-fil-A here.
Oh, you must have a Chick-fil-A nearby.
California? We have been getting an influx of new chain restaurants coming in.
Have you had a Culver's? Or do you have a Culver's?
No.
Midwest chain?
Nope.
Oh, if you get anybody listening, if you have access to a Culver's, go and order an olive burger and thank me later.
Let's see. My nearest Chick-fil-A is that really the closest one? Very far away. How many miles is this? Well, I would type it in if Google would let me input my address.
Since we're watching Star Trek, can you give me the answer in parsecs or light years?
0.
0.
The nearest Chick-fil-A is over 100 miles away.
Really? That's wild. They just put one here not too long ago. And for a long time, the only one we had was like in a mall that was far away, and then they put one closer.
Also, these people are clearly vampires. That guy sounds familiar. Do we know who that is?
He sounds
Oh,
like a
also,
Anar.
with season 4, we are in a new era of Star Trek where I now have the actual subtitles for the shows and not just random ones people posted online that may or may not match.
These guys look like small versions of the engineers from Aliens series.
Yeah.
Right?
A small version of what?
The engineers from Aliens. Alien.
I'm going to say yes because I never watched the movie all the way through.
Alien or all the other stuff?
I've
All the other.
The only Alien movie I've seen all the way through is, I think it was just called Aliens vs Predator, or maybe it was Aliens vs Predator. It was the one where they
Oh,
went to like
dear God.
Antarctica, and there was.
The worst one.
I saw that as a child, and that's the only one I've ever seen all the way through. Saw like the first 30 or 45 minutes of Alien, the first one, and nothing happened,
How
so
can
I
you? How
stopped.
can we have a Star Trek show where you haven't seen Alien?
Well, maybe something should happen in the first hour of a movie. I'm sure the back half of Alien is excellent, but I didn't get there. So they're vampires that turn into moths. Honestly, why do these guys even care?
Which queen? What are they talking about? Giorgio?
So they said that they're keeping Grudge on the ship. Grudge is a queen, and now they're like, oh, you're keeping a monarch captive? How dare you? It's more dramatic that way, Michael.
So they didn't understand that it was a metaphor?
What? Oh no, are we quipping this season?
Hello.
Hi. So they're just warning shots?
Aiming to miss?
Yeah, not terribly impressive, Michael and Book. What are...
Daylight savings catch you out?
What a
Next week.
strange species. So they don't have wings themselves, but they have a symbiotic relationship with the butterflies on the planet that like link themselves together to
It
give
did
them
indeed.
wings. Oh no, we are quipping.
Quipping.
Yeah, we're quipping. Are we gonna move the pole? No, Adira, Adira, we're busy.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, Giants is still in the theater. Cool.
Why is he in a theater?
He was watching some B horror movie and then left the movie partway through. And then he was just sitting in the theater lobby watching Star Trek. Also, I'm not sure why these need dilithium. Are these antimatter powered? That seems dangerous.
Why are they butterfly shaped?
But it's a butterfly species.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how. Well, it doesn't really make sense. I was going to say it's like how the Romulans have put birds on everything, but the Romulans are, in fact, not birds, it turns out.
Good point.
Another cliff. Oh, no, not a cliff. Okay, that was a decent fake out. Okay, bye. Kitty. Oh, and it's also one of those weird anti-grav planets. The Emperor? Oh, of the butterfly planet, not... Okay. I swear I know this guy. Okay, his name is Alshane. He's played by...
Hey guys,
No,
this
his
Federation
species...
is full of suckers. They're giving stuff away for free.
Pathetic. Okay, so his species is the Alshane.
Bribery.
If it works.
Who is your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and why is it Raphael?
It's
Probably a lot
Donatello.
of Donatello fans here. Yeah, I was about to say. A lot of Donatello fans in the Star Trek community.
I don't know anything about the Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I don't know anything
I guess
about
now they're probably
the
they're
elderly Mutant
probably
Ninja Turtles.
yeah.
Well, they are turtles, and turtles live a long
Now they're in
time.
their 50s. That's true.
Are they turtles or tortoises? Because they don't have flippers. I don't think.
Well, they're also mutants, so I'm pretty sure just about any problem with their anatomy can be explained with mutant.
Hang on, I am not at all familiar with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or tortoises. I need to look at some pictures. Okay, so they have hands. That's not very tortoise-like.
No.
It's the ooze. The ooze explains all.
I know, I said anything that is any discrepancy is explained by them
By
being
mutant.
mutants. Yeah.
Does the mutant part explain why they're so horrifying in live action?
No, that's Michael Bay. Have you ever seen the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie? It was awesome. And it was much better till the studio got a hold of it and kind of ruined it.
I've never seen any of it ever.
It's really good, actually.
It's fun that the Baul are still maintaining their evil visage, even when they're supposed to be besties. They're still talking like villains. They're still in their evil goo form. There would definitely not be another burn if we just killed Zukal. He's too
Is he
dangerous to be
capable of
left
doing it
alive.
again? Yeah, I bet killing him would probably cause a burn, right? Like you'd have to kill him in a way he didn't expect it.
You'd have to, well, like hire Garrick
Poison him.
is what you'd have to do. You don't want to see it coming. Also, is Saru Tanner in this season? I feel like they made his prosthetic a little darker. Okay, yes, Saru, everybody's familiar with astronomy. I also still don't get how the bowl are aquatic. Seeing them there in the water, they don't look like fish in the water. They still look like an oil spill.
Maybe they
Yeah, this
evolved into
season's
excellent
uniforms look a
buildies.
lot better.
The nice thing about writing code is that you can know whether it works. You know.
Something about Toad? I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and unmute him and disconnect Gyrinx. There we go. Holding hands in public. Oh my god, get a room. It barely worked, Michael. You jumped off a cliff. Also, it wasn't in this scene, but that bit where Book is walking towards his ship in the shuttle bay, there is one outtake where he just walks too far and walks into where the ship is supposed to be. Jonathan Frakes gets very upset at him. Oh, and we're going to get an Enterprise reference. Also, that's a really small audience that kind of stands out. Is that the entire group of people? Is that the entire class going into Starfleet Academy? Like 20 people? All right. You don't even know them.
By this point in history, what's left to discover in the galaxy?
Maybe they just want to manually chart a bunch of planets? Because there's billions of them. Like, you're probably not going to run into any empires, but you could probably still find some primitives around.
I wonder if this point if they've
Anthropological
explored the
research.
Shackleton response in the Beta Quadrant or not.
We can bribe so many people. I guess the Emerald Chain threat is just completely dealt with now because we shot Osira in the face, and that's it. We're done. We fixed it. You're gonna be rebuilding Starfleet through some kind of shipyard, perhaps? Could we see it? Yes. Silence for the Archer theme song, please. Okay, that's it. That's all the Archer theme we get. It's a good song. It might have been better if all the cadets started singing It's Been a Long Road, but I'll take this. It is acceptable. Oh my god. He is Admiral Van. I forgot he actually has a family.
Admiral Vance?
Yeah.
They had long road getting from there to here.
He's the crew's dad. Of course he is. But also he's apparently actually a dad. Also, I noticed in the audience, some of the cadets are using the same prosthetics, like that Tellarite guy in the background, that um, that are gonna go hang out with Tilly on the ice planet. So they're bringing in the cadets early. It's gonna be the same cadets. Oh, I heard Lieutenant Nollis. I was kind of hoping it was gonna be a Bajoran, just because Lee Nollis. And yes, I know Nollis would be the first name in that context, but whatever. Also, I was convinced when I first saw the president lady that she was part Denobulan. Apparently, that is incorrect. She's Cardassian.
Yeah, she looks like she's a Cardassian mixed with Bajoran, or I don't know. That's
I
what
think
I was
she's supposed
implying
to
from it.
be half Cardassian, half human.
I think she's got a little Bajoran in there.
Yeah, look at her nose.
She's also got just a little bit of a spoon. What's her name? President Rillick? Let me look her up.
Did they ever mention the First Federation in Discovery at all?
Did they ever mention
President
the what in Discovery?
Ducat.
The First Federation.
I'm not sure if by First Federation you mean the United Federation of planets that came before this one, or the Empire called the First Federation.
The
Empire
called
called the First
yeah,
Federation.
from the
Okay.
original series.
I don't think so. No, I don't think it ever comes up outside of TOS. Also, apparently, she is human, Cardassian, and Bajoran.
Yep.
She's all three. Let's see. Apparently, the First Federation are mentioned, at least mentioned, in Picard.
Yeah, I think at Picard they put one of the maps in the background, which kind of made it canon.
And then also in Lower Decks, there's a reference to some of their machinery.
Is just being in TOS not enough to be canon? What are you saying?
No, I'm talking about the map. They were on the map, and I think that might be the
Oh.
reference. Yeah.
I was making a joke about how much stuff in TOS and early TNG was just retconned out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
I was expecting Ryan to go, no, it's not.
TOS is a little
Like,
canon.
hey, Ryan, what's your Esper rating?
Why are you the way that you are?
What do you mean?
Why would you say that to me?
Why? Why not? I'm just reminding you of a thing that was in the original series.
It's not canon. Shut up. It didn't happen. It was invented by a writer. We made it up. It's false. It's fiction.
Yeah, but what's your Esper rating?
0. Because I have no extrasensory capabilities, because I'm a human, and humans don't have extrasensory capabilities. We're not magic.
What if we are magic?
But what if we're not, though? Because we aren't? Anyway.
You don't think that human life in and of itself is a little bit magical?
I hope you get swallowed by the DMA. You're a monster. Book, why would you say this? This planet is unbreakable. It will be here forever. Your heritage. You will live a long, full life here on this world that represents our great history. I still don't know why they have such wildly different accents if they're literally brothers. I don't get it.
Because they have different inspirations.
Also, why the horrible twine that's going to clearly break in like 2 minutes?
This is... They're cosplaying elves on this planet. And that's just what they're like.
They're cosplaying wood elves. Maybe dryads. I think dryads would be more appropriate.
And like dryads, they're going to go extinct. Oh, look at that slow motion. Oh, that's such a death foreshadowing.
Hey, Book, no reason at all, but you should take your immediate family with you when you leave, just for like a week. No reason. No? You sure?
Maybe like
Okay.
right now, actually. Now, I don't know how they
Oh,
can't see
ominous.
the DMA from here, because it's the size of a solar system. And it's clearly close enough to be affecting the animal life. How do they not see this?
Cloaked?
It's not cloaked, it's just a black hole. Some kind of gravitational anomaly. How big is Sagittarius A star? Is it solar system sized? Okay, so the black hole at the center of our galaxy is 0.08 AU, where an AU is the average distance from the Earth to the Sun. So it's not that big. This black hole, I think, is much, much bigger than ours. Ah, Fubar. So, Kayla, you good and over your trauma now? You happy? Yeah, she's good. I'm just trying to keep an eye out in the background to see if I can, like, see the DMA in the starfield. So far, I have not. Also, I think Adira is more open about talking to their ghost friend now that we've had it confirmed by the holodeck that Gray is actually there. Everybody's just completely ignoring them. Also, wow, these inertial dampeners are doing real good work. They're doing a circular orbit that fast with that tight a radius. Yeah, that's some serious G-forces they're doing. Serious G's. Not just casual G's. Okay, but are you an engineer, my guy? Okay, it turns out he is an engineer. No, he's good. Inertial dampener is also doing real good work in here. I'm trying to remember what happens here. Does he die at the end? Does this station get swallowed by the black hole?
I think he died, if I remember correctly. Like he has to stay behind or something.
Captain goes down with the ship. Now have you detected the black hole? Yes. Okay. Because this was going way too smoothly. There was like no drama so far, and we're 30 minutes in. Now, I do have a question. Why are these space rocks that are just like chunks of iron exploding when they hit the shields?
Because they're methane. They said it was methane.
They're methane. Okay.
Yeah, they're frozen farts.
I think what gives farts their signature odor is hydrogen sulfide.
Okay.
The Heisenberg compensator.
Oh, jeez, that was so. I just boosted your volume. Let me bring that back down.
You boosted my volume, and then I yelled Heisenberg compensator
Yes.
and blew out your eardrums. we don't have mistakes here, Ryan. We have happy accidents.
Trust them. Oh, there's a Morn.
Yeah.
Another bald Morn.
A Morn?
Yeah, there's a Morn here. There he is. He just ran by.
I wish he would talk.
He's on the right.
I mean,
there he is.
Only if they when they talk, he's like, yeah, only weirdos don't talk.
Exactly.
What if we route power through the warp core and life support systems to the secondary relays in the shield generators? Oh my God,
But you're the
President.
captain.
We're busy.
We don't have time for this, President. You want to die? Like,
we literally don't. Just yell at her later. If she's alive.
yeah, if we survive this, you can complain about it then. It's like, remember in Jurassic Park where he's like, I should go. And she's like, why? Because I'm a, and you're a, and she's like, listen, if we survive this, we can discuss sexism and survival situations later.
Unless you're a trail. So they didn't completely forget about Su'Kal. I don't think he shows up again after this episode, but at least he just didn't completely disappear like all of Worf's adopted family members.
And actual family members.
Yeah, well, Worf's family
think-
members did show up pretty often. It's just he was a terrible parent and brother.
So you have the adopted son that's only in one episode. You have his adopted brother that's only in one episode.
His other adopted...
You have...
Wait. Technically, Worf is the adopted brother.
Ryan.
You're right.
Ryan.
His actual brother
Hi, Ryan.
shows up in several episodes.
Until they lobotomize him.
Yeah, until they erase his memory and give him a new identity.
It's a little
to protect
messed up.
him from himself. Well, I mean, he wanted to kill himself, and in a way, he asked Worf to kill him, so he kind of did fulfill his wishes. Like, I don't know, in a manner of speaking.
So what Worf told you was true, from a certain point of view.
Yep. He became Darth Vader. He ceased to be your father. The man who I knew as your father died.
I think for these interfaces, I think they're using some stock sound effects. I recognize some of these sounds. I think some of these are used in StarCraft 2.
StarCraft 2 sound effects.
Specifically for the Terrans. Not
the
those like
Eldar.
little beeps and bloops. Those can be from anywhere, but the like longer sequences of chimes.
Does anyone have some tips for some really stubborn grease stains? That was interesting.
Have you tried a grease removal tool?
A grease removal tool.
Have you tried some kind of spray?
I have laundry detergent, I have dish soap, and I have brake clean. My next step is brake clean. Who keeps joining and leaving?
Someone who's trying to apparently impersonate me?
Put bicarb of soda on it.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
You can actually do it with just your dishwashing soap and your detergent. After you blow all the grease off that you can, you just treat it with some dishwashing soap and then rinse it, and then rub it with some detergent on it, and then just wash it with hot water.
Here's I guess the backstory is that I this was like a week ago now. I maybe more than a week ago. I got a like tandoori chicken at our office cafeteria, and I was walking to the cash register, and the little paper basket it came in was leaking, and I didn't realize it. And I was like, huh, I have this weird warm sensation running down my arm. What's this? And I look, and there's all this grease, and it was all over my pants. And obviously, I just couldn't leave in the middle of the day of the work, so it was on my pants for like 4 hours. I put hand wash soap on it because that's all I had access to. Then I got home and I put laundry detergent directly on it, let it soak for a little bit, washed it. I didn't put it through the dryer. I hung it up to dry, and like it didn't get rid of it, right? So I'm trying again, and this
What
time
if
I
you
let
run
it
it through
soak
the
for
matter
longer.
recombinator?
Really, all you can do is with what you got is to try it again. Otherwise, like Ryan said, the next step would be to buy something specifically formulated for it.
Hang on,
Yeah, I was
I know
gonna
who to go
try
to
like
for advice.
so.
Hey Mark, how
They
would
use
you
brake
get grease
clean at
stains that
dry
have set into
clean
clothing?
places.
Why, 'tis just like employing the cleverness of our dear Enterprise crew tackling Romulans. Rub yonder spot with dish soap, then launder in the hottest water the fabric can abide, just as a desert sun. Much as a humpback breaches the ocean's surface, your garment should emerge pristine.
Okay, so just keep rubbing it with
Well,
soap, I guess.
great. Thank you, Mark Twain. I mean Samuel L. Clemens.
The name is Clemens, boy.
Is that 2 L's?
This is the best Ryan edits.
I was eating my birria tacos just now, and a piece of taco fell into the consomme, and it splashed grease into my shirt. So the shirt's going in the wash with it too.
Okay. Also, yes, destroy the. Do it. Book.
Today is a big laundry day.
Yeah, Book. Maybe you should. No, just go back for dinner. You don't need to take your family with you. Just go to dinner. Now, the thing is, so currently someone in the Discord chat is trying to troll. Unfortunately, it's not very effective because I can literally just mute it and cut out everything they did, so it's just me now. So hello, it's just me now.
Is this
It's
channel
some kind of thing
monetized?
where I can take precautions. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Ryan, stop trolling, you loser.
No, let him die. Let him do a good heroic sacrifice. Come on. Ah.
Period. Any settings.
Yeah, that's what I did.
So
I muted soundboard and him.
All right, time for a heroic sacrifice. Gonna take him down. See everything.
did you ban them? Or are you just not banning them for sport?
Nah, I'm just gonna let him sit here. That's fine.
Is this channel monetized?
No, the channel's not monetized. It used to be, and then YouTube decided, nah, the content's not original enough. Just cut it. It's fine. However, there's still ads on pretty much everything, but it all goes to Paramount.
Rick?
So it's
I
not
would,
actually demonetized. It's just demonetized from my end.
So you know the trick around that is that you put some original music in all of your videos that you created that you copyright, and you
And yeah,
copyright claim your own
you
videos,
split the
so you
revenue.
split it with Paramount. You know.
Did you make enough to get any money?
Yeah, let me check my Wharf solves cause and effect. I think that was my highest earning video. Let me see how much that was. If I can find it again. It won't be totally accurate because I can probably see how much I made before, but I don't know how many videos it had at the time I was demonetized. Oh, I can't even see the amount anymore. Man, I don't remember. Why doesn't it doesn't even show me anymore? Oh no, it does.
You have an idea?
Okay. So let's see.
Ryan edits.
That's me. So I was demonetized at the start of February 2022. At that time, it had 450,000 views, and I made $644.88 from it.
Mwahaha.
That's not bad. It's more than I've ever made on Twitch.
Egg, remember me.
So it was a decent.
Oh,
It
damn.
was a decent amount.
This reminds me of Justin TV, good old times.
It had a watch time.
Yeah, hi, Viper.
Justin TV.
It had a watch time of 7,100 hours.
I need to switch to long form skull. Sounds fairly decent amount.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill the text to speech, not because anything's going super wonky, but you know, just for safety reasons, because people are being wonky today. Ah, come on, Michael, you can. No, no, no. You accomplished the mission. Forget about the people. Got a job to do. I don't I don't get what President Relic's whole deal in this episode is though. She thinks she thinks that Michael is like too impulsive, but she's not very nice. Is what I'm saying. She's mean. She does turn out to be good at the end though. So she chills out. No, see, it still doesn't work, my dude, because I can just mute Discord. It doesn't matter. Okay.
So
Have some
it's just
doggone faith, President Rillick.
every once in a while, your channel gets discovered by some like 12-year-olds, and they think it's cool to troll a live stream with an
Yeah.
open Discord. You know, it happens like what, once every other month.
I'd say less often than that. It's like, I'd say like 6 months.
Yeah.
Best to just
I
ignore
mean,
them,
it's like
though.
not.
You don't feed the trolls.
It's not right. It's not original or.
Oh, lovely. Now I'm getting DMs from him.
It's weird.
Yeah. So apparently President Rillick is being... I don't know how to describe, but I think it's like out of... Is it out of respect for Michael? It says you're... Okay, I thought it was going to be like, it says you're an accomplished person. You're really good at your job. You're the person we need in Starfleet. No, it's actually a negative review. Okay. Pyrrhic victory. That's how you pronounce. Oh, that's why it's called Kobayashi Maru. Okay, gotcha. Yes. I I don't know if we can pull up Quasian on the deep space array. I don't know that that's gonna work, my dude. It's some kind of asteroid field. We've dropped out of hyperspace in some kind of asteroid field. Yes, good. Though, to be honest, that doesn't look to me like the kind of damage a black hole would do.
So
Surely
based
it...
on her appearance, it'd say that she was Cardassian Bajoran first, and then that plus
Oh,
human, because
a
she's
tiny little
very.
bit of human.
No, I think she's like 50% human, 25% Cardassian, 25% Bajoran.
Okay.
Because she's not very pronounced. Like remember ZL?
Yep, the goldfish. She keeps dying and they keep replacing her and hope Ducat doesn't notice.
All right, well, I gotta go. I gotta do some stuff today. It was fun hanging with you.
Okay, see ya.
Later.
So
Thanks for
next
hanging out.
is Anomaly.
I bought some flaming hot cheese balls.
Cool. Are they
Flaming hot.
sufficiently cheesy? I don't know.
You know what? I feel like they're just bright red. They're not hot at all. So
Okay. How about that weather? Cool. Press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. So we've successfully destroyed Quajon. That's good. It's always good to clean up the galaxy a little bit. There are way too many planets here. It's like if you're playing Stellaris. We're pretty late in the game at this point. It's starting to lag. You just gotta blow up a few planets to keep the population down. Oh no. Commander Nullis, you never talk. Frankly, this is his own fault. He talked about being 2 days away from retirement. I don't know what he expected.
So it's a trope outside of our D&D games.
How dare they use tropes? Okay, this is a trope that I'm not fond of because it's just kind of painful on the eyes. Where they cut to black, cut to scene, cut to black, cut to scene. That's... So were the birds just getting pulled into the black hole? But nothing else, just the birds. I'm trying to figure out what actually happened to Quajon. Because if... I would expect if it, like a black hole went by, that it would just get either sucked in or thrown out of orbit. Not that it would explode. I don't get how that would work. I don't get how that would work.
Oh, man.
Oh well, I'm sure everything will be fully explained as we go through the season. It'll all make complete sense.
I don't think leaving and rejoining has the effect you think it does.
Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't reset people's mute settings on you.
They're
Was that
figuring
why
it
they keep
out.
leaving and rejoining?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Saru, did you see a picture of the planet? It was exploded. There were no survivors. Unless some of the people on the planet were Horta that live in lava. No, nobody survived.
Horta lived in lava?
I don't think that's actually true, but rock lava people.
Rock lobsters? Boom, boom,
Sure.
boom, 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 boom.
Oh, maybe they think that leaving and rejoining will keep playing the join sound and be annoying, but
Except you're
that's
in
disabled
streamer
during
mode and it has
streams.
all notification sounds. Yeah. They're not too bright. I mean, it goes without saying, based
Yes.
on the behavior they're engaged in.
What would Captain Picard say? Captain Picard
He'd
would
give
be
a rise.
deeply disappointed.
He'd give one of his famous speeches about the truth.
Whether it's scientific truth or historical truth or personal truth.
That's right. That's right. It's always good to see multiple people join who are just permanently muted. Oh.
Well, for the moment, just so I don't have to keep dealing with it, I'll just kill it to 2 users. There we go.
Oh, what's cool is that once you ban them, Discord knows if they create a new account, and that account is also banned.
Well, I forget. Did Saru specifically get demoted? Because he was captain of Discovery.
They were co-captains, and now he's like ambassador.
But now he's back as like a commander.
Technically, a promotion is like it's like when they promote Kirk to admiral just to get him out of the way.
Ah.
This wasn't really a promotion. It was just we want you to not be screwing around anymore. So have a desk job.
So, okay. So I mentioned earlier that the black hole at the center of our at our galaxy, not at the center of our solar system, that would be very bad.
Yeah.
Is 0.08 AU, which is effectively 0 light years. This black hole is 5 light years. It's a little bit bigger. Or maybe that was just the radius of the gravitational effect. No,
What's the event
it's straight up
horizon?
just 5 light years in diameter. Okay.
Where do you define the edge of a black hole, though?
The event horizon?
Okay.
The edge of a black hole is
So what's
defined
the
as
event horizon of our black hole?
It's
0.8 AU?
0.08 AUs in diameter, so 0.04 AU radius. Which, for those who don't know, the event horizon is just the point at which light that enters the black hole can no longer escape. Oh wow, are these admirals? Are there more admirals than Admiral Vance in Starfleet? Or are these just rando captains? Also, is this black hole traveling at warp? Man, there's always something going on in this galaxy. I guess that's what makes it an anomaly. Its size and its speed. I still don't get how Quajon didn't see it. It's not exactly subtle. Also, for additional context, so the DMA is 5 light years across. The distance from Earth to Alpha Centauri is, was it 3.4 or is it
2?
4 point?
It's not. It's less. It's less. Whatever it is.
Hang on, it's 4.3 light years. So yes, it's the space between two stars is how big this black hole is. That's ridiculous.
Are there any stars that we know of that are a light year across?
No. I know
Imagine
there's a
it'd
star
take
that's several
half a
light
year
minutes across.
for a photon to go from the center to the edge. It actually takes way longer than that, but yeah, you get my point. You get
Let
my
me see.
point.
As we keep discovering new stuff, let me find out what's currently the largest star. Is it still... Oh, there's an unusual red supergiant in the Magellanic Cloud. Oh, but... Okay, let's see. Radius is 1,500 times this radius of our star. Okay, so the largest star that we've ever discovered, which is WOHG 64, is about 1 light-hour in radius, so 2 light-hours diameter. Which is still crazy big. That's ridiculous.
That's big. How long does it take from light to go from the sun to Jupiter?
That long. It's the size of Jupiter's orbit.
Hmm.
Oh no, it's the size of Saturn's orbit, so actually less than that. It would take less time for light to go to Jupiter.
Hmm. So it's a star as big as Saturn's orbit.
Yes. Which,
Big.
compared to the DMA, is still 0. It's a grain of sand.
As big as
compared
it
to the
is, it's still not as big as those trolls' moms. Oh,
Rude. But going back to Star Trek, so when they finished their jump, I noticed that they did a star trail effect from like a long exposure, and that was a really, really good effect. That was really nice. I think that's new. I don't remember seeing that before. That was very dramatic music, but I'm not actually sure what we're looking at. It just looked like a big field of debris. I kind of missed what the start of the episode was because I was looking up stars and doing math.
math is hard.
Let's see. Well, while we're just waiting for the credit sequence to end, what's the smallest star we've discovered? It's going to be some kind of white dwarf. Okay. The smallest known star is EBLMJ0555-57AB.
Mark. Lock.
Lock.
You need to have a sound. You need to have a soundboard clip of that.
No, we don't.
Didn't you have it all memorized at one point?
No. I occasionally just spout out like random numbers from it. Like I remember 888 is a part of it, but I don't actually have the full thing memorized. I just lied to you. Because what are you going to do? Check me on it?
One 7 3 4 6 7 3 2 1 4 7 6 Charlie 3 2 7 8 9 7 7 7 6 4 3 Tango 7 3 2 Victor 7 3 1 1 7 8 8 8 7 3 2 4 7 6 7 8 9 7 6 4 3 7 6 Lock.
How are you not able to identify this as a black hole? Just look out the window. Have you seen a black hole before? It looks like that. Also, that smallest star is about the size of Saturn. So the largest star we know is out to the orbit of Saturn, and the smallest star we know is the size of Saturn.
The largest star we know is the orbit of Saturn. The smallest star is the size of Saturn.
Yes.
Is that a dwarf? A dwarf star?
Let me open up the Wikipedia page again.
So then the question is, how come Jupiter and Saturn don't ignite? Can we
It's
kick them off?
probably a white dwarf.
Just end it. Just end it now. Just kick off Jupiter and Saturn's fusion and let's just destroy our solar system.
Hang on, do you remember the words I quote? All the letters for it? Ah, here it is. Oh, it's a red dwarf. It's a red dwarf. Though also apparently that's not the smallest. Apparently there are actually smaller ones. Oh, come on, book. Why are you getting so emotional about this? You barely even visited Quajon. Okay, so there's another star that's 5 kilometers in radius. 5 kilometer radius. It's not super big. That is a neutron star. Neutron stars, I don't know if neutron stars even count though. The one I said earlier that's the size of Saturn, I think is still fusing. Neutron
Isn't a
stars
neutron
are
star
just,
dead?
they're still really hot, but yeah, they're just remnants. They're core remnants.
And don't they emit like a crazy something?
A beam? Some of them.
Um,
The Soong method. Frankly, I'm surprised that they're not like pulling up a picture of Brent Spiner to say, yes, Dr. Noonien Soong of the 2400s.
they just have him there as a hologram. Oh, Data, I hoped it would be you. I recorded this special just in case it was you.
Well, it turns out it's a lot easier to make you into a robot if you're already a ghost. Yeah, casual Picard name drop. Don't worry about it. It's all
So
good.
this implies that consciousness is quantifiable and it's a discrete physical thing that can be transferred.
I mean, I'd be down for just a nice character creator screen. I would like to have a character creator for to be a human.
Oh yeah.
Also, I'm curious if that little flourish he did, like he was scrubbing it out, if he actually needs to do that, if that's how the program works, or if it's just him being cute. I think he wasn't necessary. I think it's just the press of a button. Oh, we don't have the whole arch anymore? So is this Vulcan? It's not Navarre. It's Vulcan. Presumably. I'm guessing she's going back to sites that she was familiar with as a child, at which point it was still Vulcan. Are we on the... Are we in the magic VR wall for that scene? Do we have that now, or was that season 5? Let me just... Okay, I tried looking up a source
Deleterious.
for that. Maybe Booker should just get over it. It happened last episode. It basically just doesn't count anymore. You didn't see Princess Leia moping about it. Michael, you're not one to talk. You got a whole dressing down from the president of the Federation last episode about taking unnecessary risks. Now you're complaining about Book doing it. It's just unfair. It's a black hole, Stamets.
So do you have a favorite food that is accompanied by a favorite drink?
No, I don't think so.
So like when I get tacos, I like to have fajitas. When I get pizza, I like to have the Mexican Coca-Cola, like specific things, specific drinks.
No, I don't think I do food drink pairings.
Hmm.
It never even occurred to me that that's an option. Actually, hang on. I do have a memory. So, when I was in college, previously, I would get Taco Bell, I would
The
always
first
get a
time,
Pepsi with it.
Pepsi. Well, that's because that's the they serve.
Well,
There's
yeah,
one by
but
me that has Dr. Pepper. I
Dr.
used to,
Pepper
the
with
one
tacos.
closest to me growing up, yeah, the one closest to me growing up had Dr. Pepper until they didn't. And then when they didn't, it was sad because that was my favorite. But I found another one close, sort of close to me that has it. Not every Taco Bell has Dr. Pepper. But like when I have a steak, I like to have bourbon or red wine.
Okay. I wonder how this is going to work here. So he's a hologram, Stamets, on a different ship. But
Hello there.
Hello there. But when the ship goes to warp, isn't there going to be a very limited range on this?
Is it the genuine Summer Bruff?
Yes.
I mean, it's fair that the cat doesn't like hollows. Hollows are kind of
Yeah.
creepy.
We're gonna have to flicker in to make us know that the hologram is a hologram is a hologram.
Yeah. Also, his Stamets going a little bit gray. Yeah. His temples, he's losing some of his pigment. He's getting older.
He has a kid now.
He has one corporeal child, and he has one ghost child. Ah, that's how they're solving it. Just tie a rope to the ship, pull it back in if there's a problem. Seems good. So, sum up, we were previously discussing the size of the DMA. So
Yep.
Do you know how big Sagittarius A star is in light years?
As in the star, it's definitely not light years in size. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, the black hole.
Sagittarius A star is 0.08 AU.
Yeah.
The DMA,
Yeah.
they said, is 5 light years in diameter.
Yeah.
What?
5 light years in diameter is halfway to Alpha Centauri. Over halfway.
I think we determined that it's longer
Alpha,
than the closest star.
Alpha Centauri is 4.3 light years away.
Ah, yeah. It's closer than it's larger than the distance to our closest star.
Also, I feel like I can see the wires on these people. It'd probably be a little cost prohibitive to send them up into the stratosphere for some freefall with the set.
Yeah, build the entire set inside of the vomit comet.
Yeah. It'd be cool, though.
All of these fire emitters on the ship. I mean, we do have rocks. We have rocks.
This is the most important part of the ship. You see, all the rocks here are actually fragments of Trillium-D that they learned to insulate the hull with to protect against these sort of anomalies. Oh my god, stop complaining, Paul. You're not the one in danger, Paul. They'll be fine. Relax. A cracked rib is barely even injury. They heal themselves.
Yeah. Depends where it's cracked in our time, but in their time, especially at this point, after even TNG, it's nothing.
Don't they just give you a little hypo of bone regeneration juice?
Yes.
They wave a little glowing magic wand over it, and they go, what's the thing?
Oh no, that's spin. There are other regenerators they have.
No, they do have the same sort of thing because Dr. Bashir uses that to fix some alien kid's arm in the quickening. Bad news now.
2 seconds.
Tilly, maybe you could have led with the 2 seconds part.
Yeah. Should have just shouted that from there rather than waste another 2 seconds getting that. And
Fine, use
injury
the
in your mouth.
programmable matter to make seatbelts.
They genuinely could do that.
Yeah, they could, but will they? Nope.
Also, I'm thinking about how dangerous it is to have Colbra up here just walking around. Do we not have EMHs anymore? We had the emergency psychology hologram. But Stamets, it's moving sub-light, right? Is it?
It's definitely been able to move very quickly because it can get to other planets in a very short period of time.
Have some doggone faith, Michael. He's got a plan. Sonequa looks so different with this hairstyle.
Mm.
She looks like a completely different person.
Interesting, it still makes a sound like the metal being released.
Very peculiar indeed.
I suppose technically it's programmable matter, it was metal at that point.
What if we use the deflector dish to launch a beacon into the black hole that they can follow to find a safe path out of the accretion cloud? Oh my god, Stamets, stop it. We don't have time. Stamets has evolved into some other kind of stellar species called a peanut butter and jellyfish.
Some kind of space species.
You're an engineer, dude. What do you want? Is is that true, or is Stamets just trying to motivate him not to kill himself?
Both, maybe?
Subspace gravitational waves. Newtonian physics in my Star Trek? Is he gonna empathically meld with the nebula?
They're gonna feel the waves.
So
I mean, I know they have to do it for CGI purposes, but just not actually touching it.
maybe it's inducing some sort of magnetic field in the iron in her blood so she can feel it that way. Maybe she did that thing where some people implant little magnets in their hands so they can feel the magnetic field.
Wait, you can't feel magnetic fields just naturally?
Not generally.
Yeah.
Just me then, huh?
If I put you in a
Weird.
room and spin you around, can you tell me which way is north?
Absolutely.
I don't believe you.
I 100% could tell you which way is not.
Lies.
Okay.
Going a little bit Mass Effect 3 with the ghost child.
His nephew?
Yes. Yep. Nephew. Stamets, maybe you should go over there and like slap him or something. Just get him out of it.
Open a
Oh,
private
Jesus.
channel. It's no time for that. No time for that hanky panky stuff.
That's actually what he needs, is the point.
I think what he needs is for Stamets to slap him out of it. We're busy.
Lives are on the line, dude.
Frankly, yes, you should have sensed it. It's a 5 light-year diameter black hole. It's not exactly subtle. Yes, you did, but now you're about to fail everyone else. I also feel like this privacy screen should be opaque. Or like
Yeah.
frosted force fields.
I mean, I suppose we're assuming
Frosted
that
force
nobody
fields.
has the ability to lip read.
Everyone politely looks away. Even the people whose consoles are directly facing her. Wow, they had so much spare time for this.
That's why they had 2 minutes.
That's some pretty decent CG. I like the little blocks close up.
Mm.
Okay. Yep, everyone was, in fact, politely looking away. It's also interesting that Discovery is no longer exploding.
They pulled
Even though it
them.
was
They pulled
exploding
away.
5 minutes ago.
They got themselves out of the danger.
Did they? This thing is a 5 light-year diameter. How far away did they go? Ugh, encouragement.
Words of affirmation, not their love language, it seems.
Very important to keep your data in a text sphere. I guess they also got bored with the glitchy hologram effect. Because it was doing that
He did
before they
say that.
went into the DMA in
Yeah.
the first place.
Hmm.
Oh well. I wonder why they made him able to operate it. I don't think the plot required it. It's just something they wanted to do.
Hmm.
I guess we did establish previously that the spores are like a sentient species. and so therefore
Yeah.
he can communicate with them.
I am curious about the logistics of his motion there, because he put his hand up to take it off, but he was clearly sat in a chair. So the times where he was otherwise moving around, he wasn't.
Maybe he was just sleepwalking around engineering. You don't know.
Become a teacher in the academy.
Like you. Something. Look, Hugh is a really great guy.
Mhm.
I feel like I would be super uncomfortable around him because he never looks away from you. He's always staring directly into your eyes.
No. He's staring into your soul.
Whenever he's walking down the hallway with someone, just watch him. He never looks away. He never watches where he's going.
He's just
What was
super
his-
aware of his face at all times.
He's a very intense person. I heard a zipper. There's zippers in the future? In my Star Trek?
If you could have only one forever, zipper or Velcro, what would you choose?
I would choose
mean,
a
the zipper
zipper because
probably
I
have
don't
more
want to be
uses.
reliant on the Vulcans.
Hmm.
Freaking Vulcans. You choose buttons, cosmonaut? Buttons? No.
Some of my melted milk balls have spoiled. Who says buttons?
Lost Cosmonaut said buttons, and Andy said super glue. No one's engaging with the premise of your question. But then you didn't answer your own question either.
Was it a prerequisite that I had to?
Yes. You ask the question, people give you answers, and then you tell them which people were correct.
It's not a question that has a right or wrong answer.
Every question has a right or wrong answer.
Okay, well, Velcro's more versatile.
Okay.
Oh, he's
she's
very
putting on
tired.
the face that she did for Sukal.
Hmm.
No, Vulcans didn't introduce zippers to Earth. You choose zippers because you don't want to be reliant on the Vulcans because the Vulcans introduced Velcro to Earth.
I feel like having Velcro instead of a zipper on your pants would be potentially painful.
I mean, zippers can be painful as well.
Yeah, yes, but I feel like just normal use poses a greater risk of abrasion with Velcro. And zippers can be very dangerous if hastily zipped up.
Yes.
Mission accomplished.
We should. How about just programmable matter? You put your pants on and it becomes one solid piece. Well, not solid because you need to move, but it closes itself.
Just waddling around. Um, what if you have a bunch of magnets sewed into your fly, and the magnet
I'm really glad they
shutting.
don't undo this.
Oh, Quajon exploding?
Yeah.
How are they going to undo it? Time
Well,
I guess they could.
they introduce a really super powerful alien beings who go, "Oh, sorry, we didn't realize."
Totes
So
might
they should
be.
have written in.
Didn't realize we were eating you.
Yeah. So they should have written in that. Oh yeah, they go and say through some science tech, jumbo, they fix it and bring everyone back to life.
This is just the Poplars episode of Futurama. Pop in your mouth when you come. If Fishy Joe's what they're made of is a mystery. Where they come from, no one knows. You can pick them, you can stick them, you can chew them, you can lick them. If you promise not to us, you can shove one up your nose. Have you seen that episode?
No.
Fry and Leela and Bender discover a planet that's filled with these pits full of golden brown deep fried nuggets of deliciousness, and out of desperation they eat them, and they discover how delicious they are, and they gorge themselves on it, and they start bringing back cargo holds full of them and serving them in a fast food place called Fishy Joe's, only to discover the entire time they were the offspring of Omicron Persei 8 aliens. So they not only were they alive, but they were intelligent, and they had eaten them by the billions.
That seems like their own fault for being delicious.
Sure. Well, the
Seriously, how did
Omicronians
they not
arrive, and
notice
they're
this?
not
Look
too
how
happy.
big that is. It's so not subtle. All right.
A 5 light year black hole.
Okay. I'm not sure how the Cthulhu species could make a black hole bigger than anything ever. Hang on, let me look up what the biggest black hole is.
They're bigger than the solar system. Which there might be one or two which we know are bigger than our solar system, but apart from obviously the ones at the center of our galaxy are dramatically larger than our solar system. The biggest one is at the center of another galaxy.
It looks like the biggest one we know about is 100 AU, which in terms of light years is still almost 0.
Yep.
Okay, so the Cthulhus are just ridiculously, absurdly, godlike and powerful.
And that is only, if it's 100 AU, that's 0.05% the size of, or the diameter is. So it's 0.1% the size of our solar system.
All right, so on that cheerful note about how everybody is doomed because we can't stop literally any black hole, let alone one like that, next week, Choose to Live, which, I don't know, something about the Co-op Malat robot body, maybe. Then All Is Possible, where... Oh, All Is Possible is the one where they go to the snow planet with the cadets. And then The Examples, which is what I thought that one was. Did I just mislabel my things? It really feels like an episode titled The Examples should be about the cadets. Oh, well. The Examples is about... Oh, right, they have to, like, break into some prison planet to recover somebody. Oh, no, they have to evacuate a prison planet because it's about to be destroyed. Okay. I think that's right. I think it's about to be eaten by the DMA and they have to go save it. Okay. Well, that's it for today. We're done.
Have a lovely one.
Don't tell me what to do.
You